Good morning, dear children. Hoping you are all doing good. Now we have few more portions to be covered in the fourth module. Basically, dam prevention and termite proofing. So today we will be dealing with those portions, and let's start with damp prevention. Okay. So basically, this dam prevention is a chief requirement to ensure the safety of building against dampness. So we all know that one of the basic requirement in all the building is that the structure should be dry as far as possible. If this condition is not satisfied, it is likely that the building may become inhabitable and unsafe from the structural point of view. So, in order to prevent the entry of damp into the building, the course known as damp proof courses are provided at various levels of entry of damp into the building. So, in order to prevent the moisture from entering into the building, these damp proof courses are provided. And what are the main causes of dampness? So, there are basically three reasons for this dampness, general reasons. Okay, one is faulty design of structure. The second one is faulty construction or poor workmanship. And the third one is use of poor quality of materials in construction. So these are the three general aspects. Now when we move into the details of the causes of dampness, the first one is rising of moisture from the ground. Second one is action of the rainwater. Third one is rain penetration from top of the wall. And fourth one is condensation due to atmospheric moisture. And in fifth one is the miscellaneous situations. So coming to the first point, rising of moisture from the ground. That means the subsoil or the ground on which the building is constructed may be made of soil which easily give access to water to create dampness in the building. Okay, the soil which forms the ground and the subsoil may be allowing this moisture content to enter the building so easily. Okay. So in such cases, if proper damp proofing is given, we could protect this building from this dampness. Okay. The next one, the second one is action of rainwater. So whenever the faces of the walls are not suitably protected from the exposure to the heavy shower of rains, they become the sources of dampness in a structure. Then the third one is rain penetration from the top of the wall. So all parapet walls and compound walls of the buildings which have not been protected from rain penetration by using damp proof courses or by such measures on their exposed tops are subjected to dampness. So if proper damp proof courses are not provided in the parapeted wall and or the compound walls, then this rain will be penetrating and it may cause dampness to the structure. Then condensation due to atmospheric moisture. So whenever the warm air in the atmosphere is cool, it gives rise to the process of condensation. So we have studied it from our childhood itself, this process of condensation. So on account of the condensation, the moisture is deposited on whole area of walls, floors and ceilings, which may cause dampness to the structure. And coming to the miscellaneous sources or the causes of dampness is, that is the poor drainage of site, imperfect orientation, constructional dampness and dampness due to defective construction. So that means poor drainage of site means sometimes the site may be situated in a waterlogged area. So that might be a reason for the dampness. Then imperfect orientation, that might be the sunlight. That means the building might not be exposed to sunlight much. So if it is exposed to sunlight, then this dampness could be reduced, right? So since it is not properly oriented towards sunlight, that might be another reason. Then constructional dampness, that means while doing the construction, more water might be poured in for the construction purpose. So this will cause dampness. Then due to the defective construction. Defective construction means if the cracks are not properly closed and if the proper water pipes are not provided, that means the rainwater outlets are not provided. These all things may cause dampness to the building. So what are the effects of dampness? So what are the ill effects or what are the effects of dampness? So This a damp building creates unhealthy living and working condition for the occupants. Then the presence of damp conditions will cause efflorescence on the building surface, which may ultimately result in disintegration of bricks, rocks, tiles, etc. And hence it will result in reduction of strength. Okay. Then third point is it may cause bleaching and flaking of paint, which result in the formation of colored patches on the wall surfaces and the ceiling. Then it may also result in corrosion of metal, which is used in the construction of building. Then the materials used as floor coverings, tiles, etc. are damaged by this if this dampness is due to this dampness. Then timber, when it is in contact with the damp condition, it gets deteriorated due to the effect of buckling and rolling of the timber. Then dampness promote the growth of termite and hence create unhygienic conditions in the building. It may result in softening and clumping of plaster. So these are all the effects of dampness. So in order to protect this the structure or the materials which are available inside the buildings, we have to go for damp proofing. So what are the materials which are used for damp proofing? So the materials which are used for damp proofing are bitumen, mastic asphalt, bituminous or asphaltic felt, bricks, stones, mortar, concrete, metal sheet and plastic sheet. Okay, so let's come to the bitumen. So in hot condition, this bitumen is highly flexible and it can be applied with brush to the bedding of concrete or mortar, and this thickness should be provided to around 3 millimeter. So this will act as a very good damp proofing course. Okay, so now we have studied about bitumen. Now coming to the mastic asphalt. It is a semi-rigid material. It is obtained by heating asphalt with sand and mineral fillers. So it is also perfectly impervious. Then bituminous or asphaltic felt. That is the third one. So it is a flexible material which is available in rolls and it is provided on roof slabs and parapet walls with an overlap of 100 millimeter on sides. Next is bricks. This bricks, that means the good bricks with water absorption less than 5% are sometimes used to make damp proof course. The bricks are laid in 2 or 4 courses in the cement mortar. Then stones, that is stones like granite and slates may be laid over walls to its full width as a damp proof course. Then mortar, the cement mortar of proportion 1:3 with small quantity of lime and waterproofing agents are used. It may be used for plastering the external walls. Concrete. To check the rise of water into walls, a course of 75 mm to 100 mm cement concrete in the ratio 1:5:3 or 1:2:4 is provided before starting constructing a wall. These courses may be provided with hot between paint as an additional precaution. And next one is metal sheet. Aluminium, copper or lead sheets are provided to seal the construction joints. Over this sheet, bituminous seal is provided. Next is plastic sheet. Plastic sheets are very good source of damp proofing. They are made up of black polythene of thickness 1 millimeter. And how or what are the techniques and methods of damp prevention? Okay, so maybe the techniques is the site should be located on a higher ground and well drained soil to safeguard against foundation dampness. Okay, once more, the site should be located on a high ground and a well drained soil to safeguard against foundation dampness. Second point is all the exposed walls should be sufficient thickness to safeguard against rain. Okay, that means all the exposed walls should be of sufficient thickness to safeguard against rain. Then bricks of superior quality which are free from defects should be used. Then good quality cement mortar should be used to produce definite pattern and perfect bond in the building. Then The cornices and string courses should be provided to throw rainwater away from the walls. Okay. All the exposed surfaces like top walls, compound walls, etc. should be covered with waterproofing cement plaster. Cavity walls are more reliable than solid walls in preventing the dampness. So these are some of the techniques which could be adopted to prevent the dampness of the building. Okay. So now this is the last portion, that is the termite proofing in our fourth module. That is, the termites are popularly known as white ants and are found in abundance in tropical and subtropical countries. These insects lives in colony and are very fast in eating woods and other materials like other cellulose materials as food. So they damage non-cellulose materials such as plastic, leather, rubber, etc. Okay, so they damages articles such as furniture, furnishing, clothing and stationery. So the term termite proofing is used to indicate the treatment which is given to a building so as to prevent or control the growth of termite in a building. And there are basically two methods for termite proofing. One is soil treatment with chemicals and other one is structural barriers. So in the case of soil treatment with chemicals, the soil insecticides are thoroughly mixed and well sprayed in soil so as to provide an effective chemical barrier for termites. So the various patented chemical insecticides such as DDT, BHC, etc. are used. The application of chemicals serve as a chemical barrier between the building and the ground, and this method has proven to be the most effective method of termite proofing. That is the soil treatment with chemicals. Now coming on to the structural barriers. So to prevent the entry of termites through walls, the impermeable physical structural barriers may be provided continuously at the plinth level. Such structural barriers may be in the form of a cement concrete layer or metal layer at the plinth level. That is a structural barrier. And now the prevention of termite can be done in two stages. One is post-construction treatment. The first one is pre-construction treatment and the second one is post-construction treatment. And as the name indicates, the pre-construction anti-termite treatment is a process in which the soil treatment is applied to a building in earlier stages of its construction. The purpose is to provide the building with a chemical barrier against the subterranean termites. Okay. Then the post-construction treatment is a maintenance treatment for those buildings which are already under the attack of termite. So now today we have studied damp proofing as well as termite proofing. So I know I have I wish that you please go through our PowerPoint presentations and the videos so that it will be easy for you to study. And I have already given you all the notes, and I hope you all are having the notes also with you, and you might have brought some textbook also. I have only one request to you: please study. This is your basic subject, okay? And one more thing is that to the people who are not even touching the notebooks, I have one request to you: at least you go through this PowerPoint presentation, make a note out of it. At least that will help you to pass the examinations. Okay, so at least try to pass the exams. As you all know, the results. Anyway, I am not commenting on that because I have commented it more n number of times, but there was no use at all. But still, as a teacher, I cannot give up as such. So I am again telling you, what's happened is happened. But please try at least a 10%. At least you study the PowerPoint presentation, those who are aspiring to pass. That is the only thing I could tell you. So we have completed the fourth module, and tomorrow we will be starting with the fifth module. And some of the portions you have already written as assignment. So I think in that only escalators, elevators and all are there. So you might have written it as an assignment, and submit the assignment on time. No excuses will be given to you. So The marks will be purely based on the prompt submission of the assignments. Okay, hoping you are all staying safe, study well and stay safe. Thank you.